In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate. Alif, Lam, Mim, Ra. These are the verses of the divine book. Whatever has been revealed to you from your Lord is the truth, and yet most of your people do not believe. It is Allah who has raised the heavens without any supports that you could see, and then He established Himself on the throne of dominion. And it is who has made the sun and the moon subservient to Allah, each running its course till an appointed term. He governs the entire order of the universe and clearly explains the signs that you may be firmly convinced about meeting your Lord. It is who has stretched out the earth and has placed in it firm mountains and has caused the rivers to flow. He has made every fruit in pairs, 2 and 2, and it is who causes the night to cover the day. Surely there are signs in these for those who reflect. And on earth there are many tracts of land neighboring each other. There are on it vineyards and sown fields and date palms, some growing in clusters from one root, some standing alone. They are irrigated by the same water, and yet we make some excel others in taste. Surely there are signs in these for a people who use their reason. And were you to wonder, then wondrous indeed is the saying of those who say, "What? After we have been reduced to dust, shall we be created afresh?" They are the ones who disbelieved in their Lord. They are the ones who shall have shackles around their necks. They shall be the inmates of the fire, wherein they will abide forever. They challenge you to hasten the coming of evil upon them before the coming of any good, although people who followed a like course before had met with exemplary punishment from Allah. Verily, your Lord is forgiving to mankind despite all their wrongdoing. Verily, your Lord is also severe in retribution. Those who refuse to believe in you say, "Why has no miraculous sign been sent down upon him from his Lord?" You are only a warner, and every people has its guide. Allah knows what every female bears and what the wombs fall short of in gestation and what they may add. With Him, everything is in a fixed measure. He knows both what is hidden and what is manifest. He is the Supreme One, the Most High. It is all the same for Him whether any of you says a thing secretly or says it loudly, and whether one hides oneself in the darkness of night or struts about in broad daylight. There are guardians over everyone, both before Him and behind Him, who guard Him by Allah's command. Verily, Allah does not change a people's condition unless they change their inner selves. And when Allah decides to make a people suffer punishment, no one can avert it, nor can any be of help to such a people against Allah. It is who causes you to see lightning that inspires you with both fear and hope, and it is who whips up heavy clouds. The thunder celebrates His praise and holiness, and the angels too celebrate His praise for awe of Him. He hurls thunderbolts, striking with them whom He wills while they are engaged in disputation concerning Allah. He is mighty in His contriving. To Him alone should all prayer be addressed, for those to whom they do address their prayers beside Him are altogether powerless to respond to them. The example of praying to any other than Allah is that of a man who stretches out his hands to water, asking it to reach his mouth. Although water has no power to reach his mouth, the prayers of the unbelievers are a sheer waste. All that is in the heavens and the earth prostrates itself, whether willingly or by force, before Allah, and so do their shadows in the morning and in the evening. Ask them, "Who is the Lord of the heavens and the earth?" Say, "Allah." Tell them, "Have you taken beside Him as your patrons those who do not have the power to benefit or to hurt even themselves?" Say, "Can the blind and the seeing be deemed equals? Or can light and darkness be deemed equals? If that is not so, then have those whom they associate with Allah in His divinity ever created anything like what Allah did, so that the question of creation has become dubious to them? Say, Allah is the creator of everything. He is the One, the Irresistible. Allah sends down water from the heavens, and the riverbeds flow, each according to its measure, and the torrent carries along a swelling scum. In like manner, from that metal which they smelt in the fire to make ornaments and utensils, there arises scum like it. Thus does Allah depict truth and falsehood. As for the scum, it passes away as dross, but that which benefits mankind abides on the earth. Thus does Allah explain the truth through examples. There is good reward for those who respond to the call of their Lord. And those who do not respond to their Lord, a time will come when they shall offer all they have, even if they have all the riches of the world and the like of it, besides to redeem themselves from the chastisement of Allah. They will be subjected to a severe reckoning, and hell shall be their refuge. What a wretched resting place it is! He who knows that the book which has been sent to you from your Lord is the truth, is he like him who is blind to that truth? It is only people of understanding who take heed. Those who fulfill their covenant with Allah and do not break their compact after firmly confirming it, who join together the ties which Allah has bidden to be joined, who fear their Lord and dread lest they are subjected to severe reckoning, who are steadfast in seeking the good pleasure of their Lord, who establish prayer and spend both secretly and openly out of the wealth we have provided them, and who ward off evil with good. Theirs shall be the ultimate abode, the everlasting gardens which they shall enter, and so shall the righteous from among their fathers and their spouses and their offspring. And angels shall enter unto them from every gate and say, Peace be upon you. You merit this reward for your steadfastness. How excellent is the ultimate abode! As for those who break the covenant of Allah after firmly confirming it, who cut asunder the ties that Allah has commanded to be joined, and who create corruption in the land, Allah's curse shall be upon them, and theirs shall be a wretched abode in the hereafter. Allah grants the provision to whomsoever He wills abundantly, and grants others in strict measure. They exult in the life of the world, although compared with the hereafter, the life of the world is no more than temporary enjoyment. Those who have rejected the message of Muhammad, peace be upon him, say, Why has no sign been sent down upon from his Lord? Tell them, Allah lets go astray those whom He wills, and guides to Himself those who turn to Him. Such are the ones who believe in the message of the Prophet, and whose hearts find rest in the remembrance of Allah. Surely, in Allah's remembrance do hearts find rest. So those who believe in the message of the truth and do good are destined for happiness and a blissful end. Thus, we have sent you as a messenger to a community before which many other communities have passed away, that you may recite to them whatever we have revealed to you. And yet they deny the Lord of mercy. Say to them, He is my Lord, there is no God but Him. In Him I have placed all my trust, and to Him I shall return. And what would have happened were a Qur'an to be revealed wherewith mountains could be set in motion, or the earth cleft, or the dead made to speak? To show such signs is not at all difficult, for everything rests entirely with Allah. So do not the people of faith still look forward to such a sign in response to the demand of the unbelievers, and despair as a result of knowing that had Allah so willed, He could have guided all to the truth. Misfortune continues to afflict the unbelievers on account of their misdeeds, or to befall on locations close to their habitation. This will continue until Allah's promise of chastisement is fulfilled. Indeed, Allah does not go back upon His promise. Surely, the messengers before you were ridiculed, but I always initially granted respite to those who disbelieved, and then I seized them with chastisement. Then how awesome was my chastisement! Is it, then, in regard to Him who watches over the deeds of every person, that they are acting blasphemously by setting up His associates? Tell them, name those associates if Allah Himself has made them His associates. Or are you informing Allah of something the existence of which He does not even know? Or do people arbitrarily utter empty words? Indeed, their foul contriving has been made to seem fair to the unbelievers, and they have been barred from finding the right way. Whomsoever Allah lets go astray will have none to guide him. They shall suffer chastisement in the life of the world, and surely the chastisement of the hereafter is even more grievous. None has the power to shield them from the chastisement of Allah. And such will be the paradise promised to the God-fearing. Rivers will flow beneath it, its fruits will be eternal, and so will be its blissful shade. That is the ultimate destiny of the God-fearing, while fire is the destiny of the unbelievers. Those upon whom we bestowed the scriptures earlier rejoice at the book revealed to you, while there are also some among different groups that reject part of it. Tell them, I have only been commanded to serve Allah and not to associate anyone with Him. To Him do I call, and to Him is my return. And it is with the same directive that we reveal to you this Arabic writ. Were you indeed to follow the vain desires of people after the true knowledge has come to you, none will be your supporter against Allah, and none will have the power to shield you from His punishment. We indeed sent many messengers before you, and we gave them wives and children, and no messenger had the power to produce a miraculous sign except by the command of Allah. Every age has its own revealed book. Allah effaces whatever He wills and retains whatever He wills. With Him is the mother of the book. O Prophet, whether we make you see a part of the punishment that we have threatened them with come to pass during your lifetime, or we take you away before that happens, your duty is no more than to convey the message, and it is for us to make a reckoning. Do they not see that we are advancing in the land, diminishing it by its borders on all sides? Allah judges, and no one has the power to reverse His judgment. He is swift in reckoning. Those who lived before them also devised many a plot, but the master plot rests with Allah. He knows what everyone does. The deniers of the truth will soon come to know whose end is good. The unbelievers claim that you have not been sent by Allah. Tell them, Allah is sufficient as a witness between me and you, and so also do those who know the scriptures.